Hey, Denture Peeps. So, a lot of you are asking me now how I got my gut healthy. Well, let me just tell you, it wasn't an overnight success. It was a lot of life changes, a lot of heart changes. And when I say that, this video that I'm putting out here is not going to be for everybody, okay? So if you don't like what you hear, please scroll on and go somewhere else. But I have to be true to myself, to my Lord, and to you when I tell you my story. And it's my story. So for 4 years, I just didn't feel well. My mama said that, well, it's just, you're over 50. That's just part of it. You're just getting old. I didn't believe that because I hadn't felt that way. And then in 2017, November to be exact, I woke up one morning, and I was hurting so bad. I was crying. I could not straighten up. I was bent over. And I went to the doctor. I continued to go to the doctor without resolve. Finally, they diagnosed me with something called interstitial cystitis. Look it up. I'm not going to explain it. But it's a beast, okay? And I ended up being told that it was incurable, that they could manage the pain, but that's all that they could do for me. I couldn't live that way, y'all. Could not live that way. I would have died. I understand now why some of the individuals that have had interstitial cystitis, the pain is so great that they've committed suicide. I get it. I get it. All right, I wasn't quite there, but I get it. And so one day, I had done everything that the doctor said, and I realized, you know what, man has taken their hands off. There's nothing that they can do. They're just going to try to manage my pain, and I am not going to take medicine to manage my pain. So, being a little country girl from Tennessee that was saved when she was 12 years old, I knew my Maker. And I cried out to him that morning, and I said, Lord, I don't know what to do. And I said, I am at my wit's end. I said, I'm a fixer, but I cannot fix this, and I don't know how. And I don't know where to go. So, Lord, I need you. And he said in his still small voice, I'm right here. I hadn't gone anywhere. And this is what I want you to do. He said, you see that big sign you've got there on that wall? It says, walk by faith and not by sight, because that's my verse, y'all. He said, you hadn't been doing it. He said, what you do is that you go and you pray for all of these situations that are going on in your life and other people's lives. And you leave it there, but when you don't see my hand working, you don't trust my heart. And so what you do is you decide that you're going to go back over, and before you know it, you picked it back up and you put it back on your shoulders, and now you are completely stressed out. And I have told you, you're to not worry about anything. But you are continually in a stress pool of agony, trying to figure everything out when it's not your business to figure it out. Then he says, you haven't been eating right. With all the stresses and with your business being as big as it is in the summertime, and you having to get up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, running here and running there, and then taking care of my people that I send into your produce market to get their food daily. you're just wearing yourself out because you're stopping at the little McDonald's or Burger King or wherever on your way home instead of eating in your kitchen. So what I need you to do is I need you to go back to Genesis 1:29. And I need you to look there. And so I did. And it says that to eat of the herbs of the field and the fruits of the trees. And I said, okay, I can do that. He said, okay. Now, I'm hearing this not audibly, but in my spirit. And then he says, you know what, Lynn? Look, this is what I need you to do. Go back to Genesis and read Genesis from the creation until Adam. And note how Adam and I would walk in the cool of the day with Adam. We would talk. We had a relationship. We loved on each other. We were like the best of best with each other. And I need to be doing that with you. But you're so busy. You won't even take the time to sit down, much less in the cool of the day, to walk away from everything just to get some time with me in my word, in my love letter that I've written for you. Now you grab it here and there and everywhere, but you don't sit down, and we don't really have like that intimate time to sit and talk as daddy and daughter. So I need you to take some time with me, get in the Word, and let's just be together. I said, okay, I can do that. I said, but Lord, I have hands. You know me. I'm stuck in this house. I can't just sit here. If I can get up and I can be to the bathroom, I can do something with my hands. And you know, Lord, I'm going to drive myself crazy if I don't have something to do with my hands. He said, I got you. And I just started doing. I started reading more of my Bible. I started praying more. I became more of a prayer warrior for other people. I didn't really consume myself with the interstitial cystitis and the pain that I was in. I just prayed about it a lot. I stayed in the Word, and then I had my phone in my hand, and one day he led me over in my spirit. I believe that I turned on YouTube and I looked up interstitial cystitis, homeopathic, and I ran into a sweet girl from Canada. Her name is Brittany, and she is the Montreal Healthy Girl. Now, she's not on there now as that, but because of COVID and they just got really crazy with COVID came in and all the natural ways of doing things, so they put a stop to all that. So she has her own network now. But I started watching her and listening, and I started duplicating everything that she did. At the same time, after knowing Brittany and actually getting some emails and things back from her, she really did help me in getting started. But then God knew that I would need somebody else to give me more of a, hey girl, I've been through this, a lot bigger than this, and this is what I did. And believe it or not, my background is in PT, and I love orthopedics. And there's a lady, her name is Lorraine Day. She's Dr. Lorraine Day, an orthopedic surgeon from California. And she was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 4, and she lives to tell her story and how it's her gut, how she cleaned her gut up and how she was healed from her stage 4 breast cancer, even without surgery. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there, you've got your own way of thinking, and that's cool, that's fine. But I also have my own way of thinking. So I started really watching her, listening to her, reading her stories, and I started duplicating everything that she did. And by the way, her and Brittany were pretty much going down the same path. Brittany was much younger than I am. Dr. Lorraine Day is now she's probably 87, 88, 89 now, but she still lives to tell her story. And then, of course, God would want me to know that, hey, we got some homeboy people here in Tennessee that you can relate to too. And I found a man called, an actual page on YouTube called Chris Beat Cancer. And he's out of Memphis, Tennessee. And he was a young guy. I think he was like 28 maybe. And he was diagnosed with colon cancer. And the other odd thing is I used to work for a general surgeon, and we diagnosed colon cancers all the time. So when I started really watching him and learning what he did, I applied all 3 of those methods into my life. And they were all pretty much the same. So just go and do your due diligence and apply what you want to your life. But I believe that you'll see a difference. You know, even after I got sick, I had no idea that I was going to be losing my teeth. But after I was healed, I did notice during the process of time that I was getting sick that I started getting splits in between my teeth. And then when I was healed, and then things really got bad with my gums because there were no bones there and they started twisting around, you know, the repercussions of all that illness still lingered even after after my gut was healed. So I had to get rid of my teeth because I still had infection in my mouth that had to go because it was still upsetting my bloodstream. And when I did that, it made me a totally different person. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope this helps somebody else. But again, it's not for everybody, and I'm not here trying to change ideas or whatever. People ask me, I'm telling my story, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So for whoever that helps, that's the only reason. And God bless y'all, and have a good day.